Okay, so what we're looking at here is the final molds. That's the tail. And this is part of the stabilizer. At the end of the week, it's actually going to be like this. We'll put it here on the ground. And some of that blue foam that I found is actually, I was able to cut it out and make this. I used that blue foam. And that's what that is right there. We're going to sand it down, get it nice and pretty. But anyways, that's what that is. And I went ahead and made the detail wings. They're going to go at the end. Here's one, here's the other. There's the other. What I did is I got that blue foam and I stacked it up and I put a hot gun to it. A wire cutter that I just made about 10 minutes ago. I have old PVC pipe. And basically what we did is we put it up here. I stacked it up, taped it up. There's some tape still left over. And we cut it. It's about an inch thick of blue foam. And I used this little table here. And what I did, got some of my old PVC that we have there. I actually got it from there. I got some of the old PVC from that. And used my battery charger, my jump starter. And basically just ran a wire from there to there. And that's it. Then you just turn it on, and you're good to go. And this wire that I have here is actually for my fishing tackle. It's a pretty thick gauge wire. Let me show you the whole setup. Anyways, that's how it looks from far away. It's just old pipe. And then I just got the positive clamped down there. And there's the negative. That wire, and it's pretty tight. The wire that I used actually came from here. I used to be a charter captain. So I have a lot of these wire leaders. For king mackerel, and so this is what I used. Now I have some of this wire over here. This is thinner wire. This wire is actually stainless steel wire, and this is 44-pound wire. This wire is very thin wire, actually. If we compare the wire, very thin wire. I'll tell you the thickness right here if I'm not mistaken. Actually it doesn't, just says number 5. 44-pound wire. The one that I'm using for the cutter is this wire here, this is a thicker wire. You can't see it, but this wire that I'm here is probably like about 60-pound wire. And it's actually thicker than this. You can't notice the difference, but I mean this flex is really, I'll try to set it up to where you can. Anyways, this is really thin. This is a lot thicker. And so I first tried it with some of this wire, but the wire started glowing. So I was like, nah, never mind. So I went with this thicker wire. And that's what I put here. And it works great. So I did my first cut. That blue foam that I found, I was able to cut it. I was able to cut some of the R-Max foam also. It's right here. I used a knife for this, and I cut some pieces out with it. Got some of it up there. Got some good sections out of that piece that I found, out of that foam. This will be the top, the middle section of the plane. This will be the lower half. And we'll put this away. I don't fish anymore. I have to get a real job. Anyways, so let me show you what I've done so far. That's the T-tail part of the aircraft. I still need to cut out the right here. We're going to cut out this piece. Will be cut out. That's where the trims will be mounted here. Same thing over here. All this will be cut out. This whole piece that you see, there's about almost close to 3 feet, a little bit over 3 feet long, and that will be actually go like this on there. It's gonna be something like this. There we go. It'll be glued on there. Something like that. That's how it's gonna be. And then the edges here, where my hand is at, will be sanded. Be sanded down. That'll be glued onto there. And it's actually gonna have a cover. This piece that we're looking at here, this 1/4 inch piece, 1/2 inch piece, it's gonna be sanded at the edges. So where my finger's at here, this will be sanded that way, sand it that way. So it gives a fine straight edge. The piece that we're looking at down here is actually 2 pieces. I was able to stack it up. See that? It's actually 1 for each wing. And I was able to cut it with my foam cutter. And they're going to be sanded down. I'm going to keep them together so I can sand them down real nice and pretty. Give them a nice little sand down. But that's part of this mold right here. I'm going to do the same thing with this mold. We'll cut some foam out of that guy and take it from there. It's a work in progress, but it's coming along.